Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of May 20th, 2020. Comic books are kind of back. We get some independent titles this week and DC titles, so slowly starting to come back. Comics Conspiracy, I know we're getting our books processing, and we're open today for books for sale for people to come for curbside pickup. So if you order online or came down and went, I want that, and pay with credit card, we could easily do that for you. But let's get into the pull list this week. First up, we got Batman Giant number 4 that was supposed to be in a few weeks ago, but they sent us the wrong cover, so we finally got the one we were supposed to get. They just gave us the wrong cover for number 4. Walmart and the other stores get a reprint cover. The comic book stores get an original cover for the giant-sized ones. So, just for your information. Next up, we have DCeased Unkillables, 3 of 3. So the Unkillables story arc finishes up, and we will be going into some more DCeased. Tom Taylor is bringing us more of it. There is a digital first thing going on, and potentially something else. So more DC zombie type stuff heading our way. Tom Taylor's great. He's done an amazing job on that, on like Injustice, as well as this DCeased line of books. So I can't wait to see what goes on there. Next up, we got Flash Giant number 4. I enjoy the Giants. I need to get caught up on the new stories in them. But if you're kind of just wanting a good spattering of a character, just grab that Giant, pick it up. It's numbered, but you can pick up any one and read it. It doesn't matter. But I enjoy them. Next up, we have Outcast number 45. Slow burn book, but man, it's good. I enjoy it. Can't wait to see how it wraps up. I know it's wrapping up soon, but I have enjoyed it the entire time. Next up, we have Red Hood Outlaw number 45. I think this series is ending at issue 50, so we only got about 5 issues left. DC's trimming some of the fat going forward, and I'll get to a little blurb and rant about that in just a minute. Next up, we have the Star Wars Adventures, The Clone Wars Battle Tales. I think this is just a mini, but I'm not sure. But it's for my son to check out and read if he wants. I read all the Marvel stuff. It's the IDWs. I don't know too much, man. I finally got caught up on a single issue reading, except for like the Black Label books and the Giants and the facsimiles. So I'm just happy I got that caught up. More books. I got to keep reading. Next up is a Wonder Woman number 755, which is really great because it just got cut off on 754. So can't wait to read what's in this issue. And that's it for this week. Marvel did not have any titles this week. They were supposed to, but didn't. That's all coming next week when we have a giant, basically kind of our first whole week back of comic books. So be ready for that. I did pick up some variant covers this week. DCeased Unkillables number 3. I picked up I can't remember his name. Then they had the Suicide Squad variant there. I loved the Philip Tan Red Hood and the Outlaws variant, so I snagged that one up. And of course, Wonder Woman 775 or 755 had a really cool variant cover as well. There was one graphic novel on my list, and that's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, the miniseries by Jody Houser. They came out. This is the stuff after Heroes in Crisis. Really cool stuff. I decided to snag my copy of that. A bunch of other stuff out there. I know Stargirl comes out. It came out the beginning of this week. I have not yet watched it. It's been recorded. I just need to sit down and check it out. I've heard some good things about it, especially the first 10 minutes. Is supposed to be amazing. So I can't wait to see that. If you're curious about Stargirl, they did release a Jeff Johns full collection of Stars and Stripes. It's kind of all the early stuff of Stargirl that you can, written by Jeff Johns, you can check out. It's supposed to be really good stuff. It's a photo variant it's a photo cover for the graphic novel. So that means it's a photo of the character from the CW show. So if you like that type of stuff, it's there. If you don't like that type of stuff, you can try and track down the old trades. Good luck. I'm curious about it, so I might pick it up down the road, but I do have a lot of stuff I need to get caught up on. We'll see. Speaking of DC stuff, DC Comics, I think I mentioned last week, Marvel is not going to have print copies of certain comics going forward. They're just doing digital only and then reprinting them in the graphic novels, which I think is a horrible move on Marvel's part. Well, apparently DC thinks that it's a good move and decided to do that to Supergirl and the Terrifics, which is really sad because both, no matter how you try and spin it, if it's cutting back and not trying to be too much, all that stuff, it's still, you're basically saying F you to the people who bought these print comics, the people that have been there since issue 1 or have just sporadically been picking them up and enjoying the story, and now you're not finishing it, you're giving it to us in a graphic novel format, and I'm not going to buy one graphic novel of Supergirl to keep on my shelf when I haven't bought any of the other graphic novels of the series that I've picked up. So hopefully DC kind of turns back on that, because I think it was a horrible idea. I can understand condensing the issues, like Supergirl has 2 issues left, just do it as one, like, special, boom, out the gate, done, like it's the final one. I know Terrifics has like 3 issues left, do it as an oversized and just call it done. Do it as an annual, I don't care. But by cutting out 3 issues or cutting out 2 issues or cutting out 1 issue at the end of a series, and trying to use the pandemic and this whole thing to sway it, it's basically saying F you to people. Not to mention the fact that we tried to continue to have comics during the pandemic, and having a digital first going to a print copy was, backfired and shot down horribly. But now we can give you a digital of something that they'll never print. Yeah, it's dumb. So DC, need to correct that. That's dumb. Marvel, you should do the same thing with some of those titles that you got. But hey, what do I know as somebody who works in the industry and is a customer? It's just a really dick move. Yeah. Other than that, not much else going on. I actually watched Upload on the Amazon show with Robbie Amell. It's kind of funny, really cool. Some things I had issues with, but overall, it's a good show. I highly recommend people check it out. I'm actually looking forward to the next season. Hopefully there is one. I know I need to watch a couple things. I got caught up on Bosch, really good show. What else have I... we need to watch Westworld Season 3. I did subscribe to HBO Max. I need to start abusing that software or that program more. Just like I need to use Netflix more. There's not enough time in the day. Yeah. So, but comics are back next week. Officially as all companies are releasing stuff. Diamond is shipping it. All that wonderful stuff. So be ready, because they're not going to be, for some of you, there's going to be a lot of books coming out. Like all the DC books, I think, will be available tomorrow or next week, or at least some of them will be available, or most of them will be available that have already come out. So there might seem to be like a lot of books all at once, but it's not. It's actually been paced if you were doing if your store was getting from the other distributors. But, oh well, if they weren't, you're probably going to have a lot more titles to look at than you might think, or it might seem weird. Who knows? It could go anyway. But yeah, I'm tired. Let me get you this video up. Trying to think if there's anything else out there. No, not really. The news dropped today that we're getting Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is just a spinning of the Snyder Cut. So they're putting more money into this. They're gonna make it a long movie, or like a part TV show. I don't know. It's coming on HBO Max in 2021 with no official date yet. So it's cool that Warner Brothers is doing this, but it's kind of like, well, Man of Steel had its problems. BVS had its issues. The extended cut of BVS fixed the movie a little bit, but it couldn't fix all of it. There's still problems with the movie. There's stuff that you just can't escape of how asinine it sounds, or how asinine it is. And then Justice League was kind of, it was there, but it wasn't. It was missing something. Like, I'm glad we got Aquaman out of it. I'm glad Wonder Woman came out of all this. But, those Batman and BVS and Man of Steel and those are rough. I'll only watch the extended cut of BVS, and I still have issues with certain things in that movie. But yeah, So Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to hit us in the face in 2021. Hopefully you're ready for it. Ruby Rose out as Batwoman. I know that. That we talked about on the podcast last night. She did one season and now she's calling it quits. It seems like it's a mutual thing with her and CW. I don't know. There's no specifics. But, she's out. So we're going to get a new Batwoman in season 2 for the CW show. So we'll see how that transition goes. Hopefully the series can handle changing its main actor. But that's it. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're checking out, what you're reading. If you have any questions, when you want any recommendations, all that stuff, let me know. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 453, where we talk about Zack Snyder's whole streaming thing for today and then the potential news that came out today. We also talked about DCeased BS FU to people who were getting Terrifics and Supergirl. We answered some listener questions and all that, but as usual, that link is in the description below. Check it out. And you can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and yes, getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. And yeah, I could not stay in comics if you guys didn't. So thank you very much for that. You can help me out a little more directly by clicking on any of the links here or at conspiratorbrock.com. And the Amazon ones that take you to Amazon to buy something. You buy it, I get a little cut. It helps out. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you can also go over to my eBay page where I'm constantly purging stuff. I need to get some more stuff up. I have a little bit up, but I need to actually sort some comics. So hopefully I can get to do that soon. Yeah, and that's it for this week. So I'll see you next week.